ToonGrin.com.
It's time, my super courts, for the final animated Scooby-Doo movie to be reviewed for this special, the most recent one having come out only last year. It's time for Mask of the Blue Falcon! Away! I'm just thinking where we started this special, with Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood, a movie based around satirizing the state of movies and TV stars during the time. And now we got its opposite equal, a movie based entirely around the internet and con nerd culture that loves those TV and movie stars. Annoying sounding or brilliant sounding? Well, neither, but let's talk story first. After solving another case involving a scary-as-hell Minotaur, it's Shaggy and Scooby's turn to choose their vacation spot, and this time it's at a convention! Yay! There Shaggy and Scoob wish to meet their favorite comic book hero, the Blue Falcon, Owen Garrison, played by Jeff Bennett. But when they meet him, he's a little nuts. But why is that? Well, his old production company fired him, and are now rebooting his old series into a darker, grittier version, starring the upcoming drama star Brad Adams, played by Dietrich Bader. But being completely honest, if I lived in the world, I would be begging for the reboot because the old Blue Falcon had that.
You got it, BF. Here we go.
I have the sun urge to strangle something now. Anyway, during a sneak preview of the new Blue Falcon movie, a hideous villain from the Blue Falcon TV show, Mr. Hyde, played by John DiMaggio, appears and begins wreaking havoc at the convention. So it's up to the gang to solve the case, and it's made especially difficult for Shaggy and Scooby, seeing as how they have to investigate their hero as a possible suspect. Conflict like that is what makes this movie great. It's one thing to have our main characters in peril, that's one sort of conflict, but this character conflict is a lot more moving and interesting to watch, as it's personal to these characters. This conflict allows Shaggy and Scooby to stretch what their characters are capable of, accomplishing other than running away and being scared. We actually have a scene in a Scooby-Doo movie that I rarely see in most detective movies. When Velma tells the two that Owen is a possible suspect, they don't just mope and contemplate confronting them. They do what any other smart detective does, find the evidence that gives doubt to the contrary, which is what they do with their Deus Ex Machina spy camera. Blue Falcon, also along with this clever conflict, has a mystery that is very well put together, with suspects with clear personalities and believable motives, albeit excluding a few Deus Ex Machina moments, like the spy camera that somehow took video of the past in the present, and Tara Strong's little boy character, who is again another one of Scooby-Doo's barely characterized damsel in distresses. And quite frankly, I kept forgetting the characters' names throughout the movie. Another movie sour is the constant references. This setting should have just been called Hanna-Barbera Con, because, well, just look at what you see on screen. There are literally dozens of references on screen at all times, including having the movie co-star in the old Hanna-Barbera duo Blue Falcon and Dynamite. I personally thought all the references were cute and only mildly distracting from the story. Oh, and the opening of the movie was brilliant using the references. The writers also implemented some viewpoints on nerd culture, both of them interesting in their own right. Basically, they transformed Fred, Daphne, and Velma into the three other types of con-goers. Daphne, the hot young teen who is positively insane over her obsession of choice snuggle bun. Fred, the con-goer who doesn't really understand all the nerd culture, but can enjoy the con for just a place to hang out. And Velma, the sour apple of the bunch, who can't possibly comprehend why anyone likes these sort of cons, and is constantly mocking Shaggy and Scooby for their nerdiness. Next, we gotta talk about our villain, Mr. Hyde, and I gotta say, they made a very goofy looking design quite threatening, which is helped a lot by John DiMaggio's great vocal performance. Hyde just has a lot to offer as the monster movie. Bats, Hyde hounds, a 50-story version of himself. Yeah. And the actually motive of the crime, I will admit, surprised me first time I saw it because I was personally stuck on the red herring in the movie, which is just evidence of the writer's clever misdirect. Finally, the art style is just as spectacular as the other movies, and finally getting back into the swing of experimenting with different modes of animation, coloring, and set pieces to show off the palette of colors and shadow. Round off time, Mask of the Blue Falcon is a lot of fun and is also secretly very smart with its humor and writing. This movie may surprise some, but it's not perfect. Like I said, there are some overly convenient moments, and two characters in particular that the movie could have done without. All in all, Blue Falcon is a fantastic movie that I'm definitely going to be watching again. And I say to all of you, pick it up for yourselves. You will like, kids will like. It's just a fun movie for everyone.